Rivers?
Yes, actually. Yes,
And tell the court why.
Because it was my coaching that brought him to this level. He could have done this on his own. It's not rocket science.
Closed captioning provided by This is Equal Justice. Ernie Rivers claims his former tennis student fired him after winning 2 tournaments, but failed to pay him what he was owed. Max Porter says he needed a better coach, and Mr. Rivers wasn't up to the task.
Good afternoon. I see I've got Ernie Rivers here as my plaintiff, Max Porter as the defendant. Mr. Rivers, I see you're suing for $950. You say that this man owes you a percentage of his tennis competition winnings, but you, sir, say that you don't owe him anything. Let's start actually with you today, sir. Was this man your tennis coach?
Yes, Your Honor. This man was my tennis coach for this tournament and the last tournament that I participated in.
And when you came to him, how was your skill set?
I would say my skill set was pretty good. I would say that my talent level was at a pretty optimal level for where I was at the time. And with Coach Rivers' tutelage, I was able to proceed at a level that I thought my skills were reaching at the time. But during the tournament, I was already figuring about coach shopping, if you will, for another coach, considering the fact that I'm really interested in going into the U.S. Open. I feel like that I have the talent to be able to proceed and perform at that type of level. And I have nothing but respect for Coach Rivers. He was a great coach. He still is a great coach. But I feel like that my skill level just exceeded his talents and exceeded his ability to coach me.
So you think you're the next Coco Gauff, right?
I mean, maybe not to that level.
And that's what I heard.
Maybe not that level, Your Honor, but hopefully close. Hopefully close. Again, that's no disrespect to Coach Rivers. It's just...
Well, it is what it is.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it is. Okay, so thank you. Hold on one second. Coach Rivers, that's a searing indictment, sir. What do you say about that? How is your training?
Coming up on Equal Justice.
Pertaining to this
But there he
lawsuit.
goes again, Your Honor. He's always putting words in
I'm not
my
putting
mouth.
words in his mouth, Your Honor. I'm
Okay,
merely stating the facts.
Gentlemen.
This is Equal Justice. Equal Justice is back with the case of Ernie Rivers, who brought Max Porter to court over tennis tournament winnings.
Well, Your Honor, I've been trained to teach and coach men at his talent. I mean, look at the end of it. He won 2 championships under my coaching. I didn't even ask for any percentage from the first tournament.
Okay. And is that standard, Coach? Do you normally do that?
No, normally, but I wanted to impress upon him, you know, how serious I was about it. I did get my weekly rate.
Okay, so you did get paid as a coach. You just didn't get your winning
I didn't
share.
get my bonus.
Got
10%,
you.
yes.
Okay, so kind of like an investment.
Yes, Your Honor.
A little bit. Is that how you took it, sir?
Yeah, I took it necessarily as an investment, but I also took it as a measurement of both of our abilities and both of our skill sets at the time merging with one another, especially when the tournament in question as pertaining to this
But
lawsuit.
there he goes again, Your Honor. He's always putting words in
I'm not
my
putting
mouth.
words in his mouth, Your Honor. I'm
Okay,
merely stating the facts.
Gentlemen, okay. Let me ask you this, Mr. Porter. When did you communicate to your coach that he was fired? You said 2 days prior to the finals.
2 days prior, yes.
How did you send him a text? How did you let him know he was fired?
I let him know. I wanted to be as gentlemanly as possible. I wanted to let him know, so I told him face to face.
Oh, you told him face to face. And how'd you take it, Coach?
I didn't take it well, but I backed off and I watched the game in the rafters.
Okay,
basically.
so you watched it. Now let me ask you this, Coach. When you're watching your, up until very recently, client participating, did you expect, if he were to win, did you expect to participate in the winnings?
Yes, actually. Yes,
tell the court why.
Because it was my coaching that brought him to this level. He could have done this on his own. It's not rocket science.
What do you think about that?
I can see that I couldn't have done it on my own, Your Honor. Like I said before, I greatly appreciate Coach Rivers' tutelage and his style of training.
You appreciate it so much, Mr. Porter, that you fired him 2 days out. Okay.
Judge Ebony's verdict when Equal Justice returns. Promotional consideration. This is Equal Justice.
Mr. Porter, I don't think that you have an issue in terms of your level of play. The court does find an issue, sir, with your level of maturity. Okay? And it's not really just your age, because we all know some grown folks into their 40s and 50s that are still very immature. Because, see, you can't take the good and not get what you interpret, sir, as the bad. That's what a coach is. That's what a disciplinarian is. That is what a person of authority, especially one, sir, that you hire, is supposed to do. Now, here's the thing, sir. If you think you know better and you're going to say, I got it, then you go have it. But what you're not going to do on this court's time, Mr. Porter, is give this man a 48-hour firing, disregard everything he's poured into you for the past 4 months. This man has fiscally invested in you. He forewent his 10% of your first successful tournament in which you both agreed he was pivotal to your winning. I'm not going to do that to this man, sir. Therefore, the court finds in favor of the plaintiff. Sir, I give you your entire $950. And, sir, I hope that you got it right. I hope you're making a good decision by going at it alone. That's the court's ruling.
Judge Ebony has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $950.
Any last thoughts for each other, gentlemen?
Justice is served.
I'm a little disappointed, but I accept the judge's ruling, and I'm looking forward to getting back to practicing tennis.
Okay, please follow me.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.
Can you read to me the nameplate?